Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a jungle Warwick game by I Ain't No Low Bob, and he has been in at least one other video. I remember that. I cannot remember what he actually played, but that's okay. So, just FYI, the O button doesn't work either. So the tab still doesn't work. We do see two excellent team compositions here, but I guess we can assume that these teams are a little bit better because this is around 1650 ELO. And this is on the European Northeast server, so I don't get to see a lot of gameplay from there, at least not that I know of, because I don't have an account there. And yeah, we have on both teams support, and we have on both teams clairvoyance. Both teams have a jungler, so it's kind of more of a normal, well, good game. And hopefully we will see that reflected in the hopefully we'll see that in the this one doesn't work either, guys, in the gameplay. Sorry, kind of got distracted by the fact that everybody wanted to help me with my issues I had with the scoreboard, because the scoreboard doesn't work in this version of LoL Replay. There is a new one out. I did download it. I don't think I installed it yet, so that might actually solve the problem, because it came out yesterday or this morning. And I kind of forgot. So you see him going for raids first, then blue into the wolves raids, then probably red, and after that the double golems, or he might actually go for a gank here right after red. So using smite to finish the red off. He didn't have smite for the blue because he used it on the raids, on the opponent's raids. And yeah, now going for the gank in mid, I think. And let's see how that goes. So Cannon has a very cute skin there, kind of a surgeon. Don't know what the skin is called, but yeah, there's nowhere for him to gank because all of the lanes are pretty much pushed. So he's just going counter jungling against the Amumu that's on the other side. Since if you cannot do anything to the laners, you can at least deny some experience from the jungler. And yeah, Mumu's here, so there's no real risk to run into him in the jungle. And he is just going back now. Going for his own raids, probably can go for dragon here already. Because he's level 4, he's almost level 5. After this he will be level 5, but he just used his smite on the raids. And normally you want to save that for something like dragon, if you want to go for that. I mean, there's still a pretty decent amount of experience to be gained here. But yeah, in general you want to try to get dragon as early as possible, because otherwise the opponent is going to get it, well, and it's a whole load of cash for your whole team. Some nice work and an actual nice kill. How did he... Oh, it's a red buff. Yeah, sure. I was wondering how he got that kill. But yeah, with the red buff you do damage over time, and that makes these kind of kills possible without you being actually near. So the enemy jungler getting killed once again, well, getting killed at least. I cannot really tell how many times that is, but it's 4-1. So they are playing a decent match here. A good start at least. And going for the wolves once again. Oh, by the way, every time you see the health bars disappear, he's just watching somewhere else and not paying attention to his own character, because basically there's no reason to. So a Momo coming in here and might actually be able to gank there. So with the ultimate they should be able to get a kill here, and there we go. Not the best reaction on Jax, but still it was ample to get the kill. Yeah, you need, as a jungler, if you come ganking, you need to make sure that your laning, or well, your laning partners, I guess, your teammates that are in that specific lane, yeah, you need to make sure that they see you coming, that they can actually, they actually understand that you're coming to gank. So Mumu did the same thing to him, stealing his raids, and yeah, going for dragon now. He puts his ward down from the Rigger's Lantern. It is of course really important to keep doing that, because it is really valuable to have vision over your main targets, in this case the dragon and the entrance to top lane. Running into Amumu here, and Amumu actually following him. Oh, Cannon was there as well, because, well, he has the cannon marks of the storm. Let me unlock the camera. And yeah, you want to have a ward here as well, so either here or here somewhere, because that way you can actually tell if the enemy jungler is coming in for a gank. And well, this place would be very good. Well, this would be the actual ultimate spot, because then you can see him coming from here and you can guard dragon with it. But still, this one is actually pretty decent, because, well, the only way you don't see him is if he skirts along this edge, or, well, that's it. Anyway, going for a gank up top here. Well, the Amumu is there, so he is now going to try to get the Lee Sin, and then probably run away from Amumu. Nope, not going to work. Amumu coming in for the stun and getting a relatively easy kill, but now has to get out of there and not managing to do so. Yeah, indeed. He should have just hid behind the turret, and that way he would have gotten one more turret shot off probably. Was a nice attempt, didn't actually work out. The better option might have been to run here and flash over this wall. I don't know if you can flash from here or something like that, because I don't know the exact range of flash. But yeah, it was a valid attempt to at least get, well, a chance of killing a Mumu back, and it didn't work out in this case. Still, that really wasn't the point. We got a kill, and that's all that matters for now. So unfortunately, not getting. Oh, they did get the Amumu. And now he has some trouble with Vayne here, and yeah, Vayne actually doing a lot of damage here to both of them, even though she doesn't have any real items yet. But anyway, Cannon is back in mid lane now, and Yeah, you should really turn this off, the blood scent, because that way he won't reveal his position to anyone he's ganking. Well, at this moment he's in mid lane, so everybody can see him. But still, it's always a good thing to keep that in mind, that if people can see you, it's probably not, or if people know that you're near, they're probably going to be a lot more careful. And there we go, a Mumu coming in, and they might actually be able to kill him. And there you go. So nice job in just keeping your head cool, and yeah, of course a mistake from a Mumu just jumping in there like that without anything. I mean, he didn't know what was there and he just ran into two champions. You don't steal enemy blue when you have no vision at all, especially if there's a CV on your team. Because with one clairvoyance use you can actually see who's there, and there's no real other uses for it at this moment. So this Soraka probably had her okay. She probably had her clairvoyance up all the time. Placing another ward from the Wriggle's lantern, and then going back. He apparently doesn't want to do dragon on his own. And now there is a ward here, as you can see, guarding all of the entrances to the top lane for the jungler. Let me put this on normal speed. My mouse is acting up a little bit here. So they do get a kill on the Lee Sin, because he was kind of overextending a little bit. And since I cannot tell who's dead and who's not, I'm assuming that was something like a 3-for-1. Because Lux died on their side, but I think there's 3 champions dead on the enemy side. So they do get a kill here on a turret, but they just lost this turret. But they do get a turret here, so guess 2-for-1, it's not too bad. So taking another few experience and gold points from the enemy jungler, and if you're there, why not? I mean, it's nothing in this stage of the game, it's nothing to run into the enemy forest for, but if you're there already, then why not just try it? A Mumu coming in to do some damage. And a Mumu might actually have a good chance of doing some real damage, but yeah, they are just picking off the weak champions instead of going for the tank, obviously. Another 1-for-1 exchange, and Ashe actually dying. That's a shame. Warwick in the meantime not really able to do anything because, well, he was on the other side of the... well, he came from base, that's first, and then he wanted to cut off the retreat, but nobody was retreating, so guess that's kind of a shame. Don't know if they did get dragon there. I'm assuming they did, but he didn't use smite, so it might also have been a Mumu who used smite. And yeah, getting an easy kill on the Amumu here, and probably getting this kill as well. There we go. So this is a rather damage heavy combo in Lee Sin and Cannon, so unless they can split them up, there's no way they're going to get a kill here. And oh, with Jax coming in, that might be completely different, because Jax can stun them and can, well, was full HP, which is also a good plan. And there we go. And that's why it's important to retreat when you know you're outmatched, and well, to not retreat too far, because in this case, with Jax coming in, they had a pretty decent fight. So getting another blue buff here, and blue buff on Warwick is great, like, well, on any champion really, because of the reduced cooldowns and of course the mana. Well, the mana isn't good on any champion, but it's good on most. So he's taking the red buff here. I think it's better even on Ashe, although the slow on melee characters is higher than on ranged characters. But yeah, he is going to have to do something with it, although Ashe really hasn't been doing a whole lot either. And since I cannot pull up the stats, which is kind of annoying, I'm going to install this the new one pretty soon. But yeah, Ashe does have an Infinity Edge, so it doesn't really need the extra damage. The slow would be nice, of course. The slow is always nice. But yeah, I'm not sure which one of the two I would prefer. I think I would prefer Ashe, but that's because Ashe can harass a whole lot more than Warwick can. And if all of the harassments get extra damage, that would be awesome. Placing his ward directly behind Baron, which is kind of a new thing to do. And yeah, it's really hard to get to it, well, to select it without selecting Baron, and that's why people do that nowadays. I still think the best ward spot, if you only want to ward Baron, so if the ward has no other reason, is, well, really in the back of the Baron region. So getting some nice damage done here, and unfortunately they lost one of their own really early on. Don't know who, or Jax. So that makes that they don't really have the damage needed to finish this quickly. But it's no problem apparently. So only one left, and there we go.
An enemy has been slain.
Nice fight, nice fight. So I think that's 4 for 1 or 5 for 1, and somebody should pick this up. Yeah. No, get... Oh yeah, well, I cannot see the respawn time, so maybe everyone just respawned. So, are we going Baron here? So as I said, this is a pretty decent spot because it's so hard to select, but I think the best one is here or here, somewhere in the back where it is really hard to get to, because then someone has to really run in there to get rid of the wards, and that is excellent. So with Lux out, getting Baron is, yeah, not really an option anymore. Yeah, I wonder if I'm supposed to skip this part. So just a little bit. Let's fast forward like twice. We're going Baron here. The enemy probably doesn't have a ward here. And there we go. They waited for Lux to get back up, and therefore Lux gets the buff as well. And yeah, they are going to get this inhibitor. They might as well just run in to get the inhibitor. Oh, 5 champions here. Wow. Apparently really serious about defending this inhibitor. But yeah, it's not going to be enough. But 27 to 16, people are going to be so fed. Especially this Warwick, by the way, who's at 9-1 and 10. And yeah, that means that he can basically get anyone. And yeah, the Guardian Angel doing its job there. Guardian Angel, of course, an excellent way to be tanky as Warwick, because it provides you with an extra amount of life, and with your lifesteal you should have no problem staying alive. So, that's already it. As I said, they were too far behind and there was no way they could come back. Other than stealing Baron, which they apparently didn't want to do because they had no ward on it. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. GG.